Alright, it's Monday night, and we are moving forward on the project here. And the next step up we've got to do is buff the car. Just going to kind of take you through the plan for that. So the first thing we're going to do, for the most part on the large panels, is use this 1500 grit finishing film on a finishing DA with water to, so we'll be using it wet to hopefully keep from having any pigtails in there. Then after we get that done, we're going to use 1500 on the DA with, this is some Norton Black Ice 1500, and then I've got some 3M 2000 that we'll do after the 1500. And then after we get all that done, I've got 3000 wet pads here that Merca 3000. So once we get it cut down, picked up a wool pad. I don't know what, if this is good or bad. It's 3M, so hopefully it's decent. And I've got the blue pad. What I didn't get was the gray one. They didn't have a gray one that actually wrapped around the edges of the backing pad, and all the gray ones I had just fit flush on there. And I thought I probably needed that, that wraps around to keep from burning through anywhere or cutting into the side of something, trying to get into an odd angle. Got a backing plate here, and I got the purple Perfected rubbing compound and the yellow version of the machine polish, and I'm going to go back and get the purple of hand glaze. And that's kind of the plan. The buffer, I don't know about this. I've had this for a couple of years. It's Northern Tools brand, and I bought this to remove all the paint off the car, 3-4 years ago, whatever. And we had an 8-inch disc on this, and used some 80 grit 8-inch pads, and used kind of low speed so that it didn't heat up the paint, because it had lacquer paint on there. And so I cleaned it up good, blew it all out. Hopefully I got it cleaned up. My fear would be that something dropped off of it underneath the pad and made a mess out of it. But and it's variable speed. I think it goes from like 800 or 900 RPMs up to 4,000 or something. I'm not really sure what it is, so I need to do a little research on that. I also have this option, and this is a Craftsman buffer polisher, and this belongs to a friend of mine named Jeremy, who I think watches these videos. And he used to live out here near us, and he bought this to do some buffing on a vehicle that was often referred to as the PPE, Purple People Eater. And this is a 2-speed, and I've looked it up, and I think it goes from 1300 RPMs and 1700 RPMs on the 2 different speeds. And it's got a wool pad with it, and there's a foam pad in there somewhere. Yeah, here it is. So probably won't use that. See what I can do with this, and just to show you real quick where we're at out here, and still got a mess, everything piled up in this corner from where we cleaned out the garage and built the booth. We started taking down part of the booth. We've got this back wall taken down, the plastic, and you see we got a little bit of candy overspray here and there, and that was actually when we did the test panel before we put the booth up. But you see we got our AC unit, the in the window one, that is against our rules in our neighborhood, but it's behind the bushes and nobody knows I've got it. And we got this portable one, and they're both running. Can you guys feel that cool air coming out of there? Yep. So it's getting close to 100 out here in Texas now, so gotta keep things cool. This morning I went over to Pete's, and over the weekend I had sanded this down to 2,000, and over there we hit it with 4,000. And buffed it out good. And now that it's buffed, you can actually, I was pretty sure I had the same issues with the silver, even though in the videos and the pictures it looked pretty good, but you can see some modeling in there, but it's not horrible. But the finish is good. Got the dirt and stuff out. There's still a few bugs here and there, and that is, I believe, mostly done in the candy, and I could go down there after that and try to get all that out, but there's just, you know, a few here and there on the car like that, so we think we're just going to leave them. So yep, that's an update. Gonna finish doing this. I'm going to finish doing this deck lid, and then I'm going to do the hood. This deck lid's been painted about 5 or 6 weeks or so, whatever it has been now, because we didn't re-clear it when we did the car. And the hood's been painted for at least 2 weeks, maybe longer. And then up after that will be the fenders, and we got all those runs to take care of in that. So anyway, that's the plan. Anybody got any thoughts, ideas? Had some conversations with Slow SRT. You know, any thoughts or ideas? Muddy Waters offered to let me borrow his DeWalt buffer. Should I take him up on that, or will that one that I have work? So, all right. Well, just wanted to give everybody a quick update, and we're moving on here with the buffing process, and so yep, we'll get back and show you more later on.